right, so welcome everybody, Pilates All Levels with me, Mike today. All right, we're gonna start seated, focusing on trunk, upper back, some shoulder blades and hips today as well, okay? Please listen to your bodies, don't push past through any pain, and modify if necessary, all right? So let's start seated here at the front end of our mat, okay? And let's bend our knees so our heels are about 2 feet, 1.5 feet away from our sit bones, okay? And let's grab behind our legs, all right? And we'll use our arms to help sit us upright here. So grabbing behind those knees, let's keep our chest open, our shoulder blades back, closing our eyes. Let's breathe in through our nose. We inhale. Breathing into the sides of the ribs. We create that lateral breath. And on our exhale, we pull our abdominals inwards, okay? So keeping the abs pulled in. Once again, breathing into the sides of the ribs. It's an inhale. Getting that trunk to expand laterally. It's going to help maintain our posture. We exhale all that air out. Okay, let's take one more deep breath in. And on our exhale, let's start to round the spine. Okay, so seated here, you round the low back under, the pelvis scoops under just slightly, and we create that flexion. So we get that stretch now in the low back, the mid back, and then we sit up tall. It's an inhale, all right, maybe sitting up just a tad taller, and exhale. We round, those abs pull in, we create that curvature, but not rounding the shoulders forward. Still try to keep those shoulders back. Okay, a little tricky to do while staying round. Now, one more time, we sit up tall, inhale. Nice flat back posture, exhale. We round, okay? Getting that curvature, pulling in deep with those abs, getting that low back to stretch, and then sit up tall. Okay, now sit up even taller. Try to root through the sit bones as you extend through the upper spine. Can you open the chest and lead with the upper back? Getting those shoulder blades, abdominals to remain active, extending through the upper spine, and then find neutral, okay? So back to neutral, take a breath in. Okay, maybe we're a little taller than we originally started. Exhale, let's tuck the pelvis under, still rounding, but we'll begin to take the body backwards. So rolling the spine back, keep a good grip on your legs here. Eye gaze is forward through our knees. We breathe in. Exhale, pulling in with your abdominals. Keep that curvature, shoulders over the hips, and we sit up tall, flat spine, okay? Rooting through our sit bones. Again, it's an inhale. Exhale, rounding. So think of leading with the pelvis. It scoops under. The low spine stretches. We roll the body back, keeping a good grip on our legs. We hold for a breath in. Exhale, pulling in with those abs. We round forward. Okay, stay round, shoulders over the hips. And then we sit up tall again. It's an inhale. A couple more like that. We exhale to round. Hauling through our midline. Rolling the body back. Keeping that curvature in the spine. We breathe in. Exhale. Rolling forward. Now sit up tall. Okay. Big inhale. Exhale. Let's take it back. We roll back. We're going to stay on our back here. Rolling the body back. Now let's hold here. Let's let go of our legs. Let's reach our arms long past our legs. Okay, stay lifted. Abs are really drawing in. Let's exhale, lift your right leg to tabletop here. Okay, inhale to set that foot down. Exhale, the left leg lifts tabletop. So we alternate legs here, keeping the hips as still as possible. That thigh draws towards us. Inhale, that foot sets down. Exhale, that opposite leg lifts. Marching here, keeping those abs pulled in. Eye gaze forward. Inhale the foot down, exhale the thigh in. Let's go one more each. Staying lifted. That low back is round into the mat. Left leg. Inhale, set it down. Now bend the right knee a little bit more. Left leg to match. Those heels are 8 or so inches from our sit bones. And we'll lower the spine down. So I'm going to scoot down a little bit. Make sure I'm nice and centered on my mat here. Feet hip width distance apart. 6 or so inches, 8 inches from our sit bones. Chest is open, hands by our sides. So here, we're neutral in our pelvis and spine, okay? Meaning that there's some space between our low back and the mat. Let's all take a breath in. On our exhale, we pull in with our abdominals and let's flatten our low back into the mat. Okay, so those ribs draw inwards. That low spine will flatten towards the floor. Now we inhale, let's find neutral, okay? Same movement we did starting seated, okay? We exhale, we pull the abs in, the pelvis scoops under, the low spine rounds into the floor, we get that tuck, all right? And back to neutral, it's an inhale, creating that low back space there. Exhale, pulling in with the abs, we flatten the low back into the mat. All right, couple more like that. Just this very simple movement here. Again, the navel draws in. We scoop the hips under, the pubic bone draws towards the sternum, flattening that low back to the mat. And then just one more. All right, exhale, tucking under, pulling those abs in, really reaching the low back to the floor. Now find neutral. Let's hold neutral. Keep the pelvis still, pull in with the abs. Let's lift the right leg tabletop, okay? Now inhale, let's set that right foot back down to the floor, keeping the pelvis as still as you can. Let's lift the left leg tabletop, all right? Inhale, that left foot sets to the floor. Exhale, the right leg lifts. So this march happens, okay? We keep the pelvis as still as possible. Left leg lifts. All right, all the while, nothing else moves. Can you keep the hips as level as possible? I even like to take my hands on my hips here and feel that my hips are not shifting. So I inhale one foot down, exhale the other one up. Okay, inhale, exhale, and then we'll just go one more right leg. Keeping everything stable. Those abs are still pulling in deep. They're supporting the pelvis and spine while the hip flexor draws the thigh up. Now set that left foot down. Let's reset our feet, okay? Make sure they're 8 inches from our sit bones. Shoulder blades are back. We're neutral. We take a deep breath in. Now exhale, pull in with your abs. Let's flatten the low back to the floor, all right? And let's start to elevate the hips up. So we keep the tuck. The hips elevate, the spine peels up, one vertebra at a time, okay? We keep those knees in line with our hips. We hold for a breath in, keeping that tuck, and then exhale it, slowly roll the spine down, okay? So roll each vertebra into the mat, round that low back into the floor, and then find your neutral once again. It's an inhale. All right, again, exhale. Abs pull in, we flatten the low back into the floor. We elevate the hips. The spine peels up, okay? The glutes, the hamstrings, they activate. We don't let the knees splay out to the sides. They stay in line with our hips. We keep that tuck in the pelvis. It's an inhale. Maximizing that tuck. We exhale to roll the spine down, okay? So each vertebra makes contact with the floor. Let's round that low back. So really work that low spine into the mat. And then we find neutral. It's an inhale. Again, exhale. Pulling the abs in. The rib cage stays down. The hips elevate. We get those glutes, those hamstrings, they activate. The hips elevate. Okay, not letting the knees splay out to the sides. We hold at the top of our bridge. We take a deep breath in, keeping that tuck, and then we exhale to roll the spine down, okay? So each vertebra works into the mat. Let's flatten that low back to neutral. Let's go one more bridge here. Take an inhale. Exhale again, imprinting, flattening, hollowing. We elevate the hips up. Okay. Getting those hips to work. Let's hold our bridge. We hold the bridge here. Let's float our hands above our shoulders. Okay, so our arms are perpendicular to the floor here. Maintain the bridge, not letting the knees splay out to the side. We inhale the right arm out to a T, and then we exhale that right arm back. Left arm reaches out to a T. It's an inhale. Exhale, that left arm returns. So keep the bridge. Reach the right arm to a T. Exhale that right arm to return. Okay, those abs stay active. The pelvis remains stable and still. Okay, let's go one more left arm. Exhale back. Let's hold here. Take a deep breath in, maintain the bridge, and then exhale to roll the spine down one piece at a time. So keep the arms where they are. Okay. Rock your hips to neutral. Let's squeeze our feet and knees together. Now, take your knees to the right. We twist the spine. The left foot stays glued to the right. That left shoulder stays on the floor. We exhale to pull in with our trunk. We return to center. All right. We inhale our knees to the left. Okay. That right hip lifts up off the floor a bit. And then we exhale to pull in with our abs to return. So remember, it's these oblique muscles that work to rotate the spine. We take our knees to the right. All right, mind you, that left foot is glued to the right, so it lifts up off the floor. We exhale back to center, okay? Let's go to the left, inhaling, keeping that right shoulder on the floor. Exhale, pull with those obliques. We return. Alternating sides again, we'll go again to the right. Inhale. Exhale, pull in with those abs. We go to the left. Those arms are staying still, okay? Arms aren't out at a T. Our base of support is decreased, okay? We exhale back. Now take your knees to the right. Reach the left arm to a T, okay? Pull with your trunk. Rotate everything back. Reset. Take your knees to the left. We reach the right arm out to a T. Again, the chest stays square to the ceiling as we return. Our knees travel to the right. Left arm reaches to a T, exhaling everything back. And then just one more. Take your knees to the left. Right arm to a T. And exhale back. Let's hold in center. Okay, keep the feet and knees where they are. Let's all interlace our fingers behind our head. Okay. Now those fingers, they are fully interlaced, elbows and our peripheral vision. We breathe in. Now exhale, we pull in with our abs. The head, neck, and chest will lift up. Okay, our eye gaze goes to our knees. Keep your elbows wide. We don't want to try and pull our head forward. We breathe in, pause, and then we exhale to lower down. Okay, again, deep breath in. Exhale, the abs pull in. The head, neck, and chest lifts. Our eye gaze goes straight to the knees. We breathe in. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, chest lifts up. We lift, still squeezing our legs together. Keeping that height, we breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Just a few more, creating flexion in the trunk again. Exhale. Drawing the navel inwards, eye gaze forward, we breathe. Exhale down once more, inhale. Exhale, we lift. Now, grab those legs, come up higher by using your arms. You just come up a little bit higher, okay? We keep the hips still, keep the spine lifted. Let's inhale the hands back behind our head, stay lifted. Exhale, lift the right leg tabletop. We pull that thigh towards us. Now stay lifted. Inhale that foot down. Exhale, the left leg lifts. Can you keep your hips still just like before? Pull the thigh towards you. Okay, inhale, set the foot down. Exhale, the left leg lifts. Head weight resting in our hands. No neck straining here. Pull the thigh towards you. Let's go one more left leg. Inhale it down. Now lower the head, neck, and chest to the mat. Keep the fingers interlaced. Lift the right leg tabletop, left leg to match. Now the elbows will stay wide, okay? Pointing through the feet. Let's inhale our knees to the right for a full spine twist, okay? Exhale, pull with those obliques. Let's return to center. Inhale your knees now to the left. Exhale, pull with your trunk. We rotate back. Can those knees stay in line with each other as you move? Okay, so check. You can even glance down. Make sure that the knees stay glued together as you move. Inhaling, taking the knees in one direction, pulling in with your trunk muscles. Keep the ribs down. That's the challenge of keeping the arms where they are. Okay, it's going to challenge your overhead posture with those arms overhead like so. Let's go one more to the right. One more to the left. Inhale. Exhale everything back. Now hold in center, elbows back in your peripheral vision. Keep the legs tabletop. Exhale, the head, neck, and chest lifts up. Okay, let's grab our legs. Come up a little higher. Now stay lifted here. We inhale the hands back behind our head. Now exhale, rotate the spine to the right. Stay lifted. Inhale, return. Exhale, rotate the spine to the left. Breathing through center, exhale to rotate. Inhale, exhale, we twist. All right, inhale, return, exhale, other side, elbows wide, and rotate. Now adding on, inhale, exhale, take your upper body to the right, the left knee travels away, the foot touches the floor, we exhale to return. Okay, exhale, or rather exhale to the left, inhale to return. Exhale to the right, that left leg travels away, pulling everything back to center. Getting this rotation, keeping that knee, both knees bent at 90 degrees. Rotate and go. We got one more to the right. Exhale and move. Inhale. Last one to the left. Staying lifted, both legs tabletop. Lower the head, neck, and chest to the floor. Arms to a T. Right leg to the floor. Cross the left leg over the right and take your knees to the right for a twist. You could place your right hand on your left thigh here, emphasizing a deeper twist in the spine. Getting that stretch, keeping that left shoulder blade on the floor. Both arms to a T. We pull in, switch legs. Right leg over the left. Take our knees to the left. Let's go left hand on the right knee now. Keeping that right shoulder blade on the floor. Get this opening here, breathing. Okay, so we have some length in our spine. We're not compressing our spine. Okay, we're pushing down into that right thigh, keeping the right shoulder blade on the floor. All right. Now, both arms to a T, pull in with your abs. We return to center. Let's uncross our legs. Let's go feet hip width distance apart, preparing for another bridge here. So 8 or so inches from your sit bones. We'll keep those feet there. Exhale, flatten the low back to the mat. Let's elevate the hips up. Okay, nice little break from that flexion there. We get some nice hip extension. All right, so keep that tuck. Pelvis stays still. Let's breathe in. Exhale, stabilize the body on the right leg. Lift the left leg tabletop. Okay, now inhale, touch the left foot to the floor. Exhale that leg up for 5. Okay, all by staying stable on that right leg. Okay, it's an inhale. Those hips stay still. 2. And 1. Touch. Now straighten that left leg long. Point the foot, lower the leg down. Exhale, flex the leg, bring it back up. We point and lower, flex to bring that leg up. We lower, flex to bring that leg up. Last 2. Flex, we bring up. 1 more. Flex, we bring up, point the foot, bend the knee, set that foot down, reconnect through our hips, and we'll roll the spine down slowly, all right? Working each vertebra into the mat. We reset our hips, find neutral, we inhale, and again, exhale, flattening, elevating the hips, keeping the ribs soft, shoulder blades back and down. Now, stabilize the body on the left leg. We lift the right leg tabletop. Inhale, that right foot will touch the floor. We exhale that right leg up for 5. Again for 4. We lift for 3. Keeping the hips still, that's 2. 1 more, we lift. Now straighten the right leg long. Take it towards the floor, flex the foot, bring the leg back up, point lower. Flex, bring the leg back up. Point lower, we flex to bring that leg up. Last 2, full shoulder bridge today. 1, point that foot, bend the right knee. Now hold your bridge, okay? Keep that bridge position, ribs soft. Let's float the arms overhead. Okay, so this time, the hands are behind you. They're hovering up off the floor. Keep the rib cage down, pelvis tucked. Inhale, exhale. Rolling the spine down, 1 piece at a time. Okay, we're reaching those arms overhead. Work each piece of the spine in the mat. Get that deep stretch. The low back flattens into the mat. Let's find neutral. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands up. The head, neck, and chest lifts back up. Now hold, hold, hold. Come up a little higher, reach yourself up high. Let's take the hands behind your head. Crawl the feet and knees together. Take the knees to the right. Find that spine twist that we did earlier. Exhale to return. Okay, inhale the knees over to the left. Exhale, back to center. Take the knees to the right. Stay lifted. Exhaling back. Knees to the left. Exhale back. This rotation in the spine here. On our back, challenging movement here. And we go to the left. Exhale back. We go to the right. Keeping the body still. Last one to the left. Back to center. Grab behind your legs. Come up a little higher. Now slide your feet forward. Let's roll up to seated here. Rounding the body into a bit of a low back. Passive low back stretch here. All right. Getting that spine, that low spine to open up a bit. Let's all scoot forward towards our heels, grabbing our legs now. Let's find our ball posture, and we're going to progress our roll like a ball today. So we're round, legs together. Elbows can go out to the sides or they can stay in. Let's keep that curvature. We inhale the body back to the base of our shoulder blades. Exhale up, we pause. Okay, inhale back to the base of your shoulder blades. Exhale up, pause. Staying round, inhale back. Exhale up, we pause. Moving with the breath, it's an inhale. Exhale, pause, staying round. Stretching the spine as you move. Last 3. 2, inhale to move. Back, exhale. Up, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale up. Now sit up tall. Bend the knees, legs tabletop. Now, holding here, separate the knees about shoulder width. So you can start in this position here. If you want to progress, You can grab your ankles with the legs long, feet pointed. We stay flat in the spine. We inhale, let's round the body back to the base of our shoulders. Exhale, back up to seated. And when you sit upright, flat spine. Inhale, round. We roll back, base of the shoulder blades. Oh, I didn't make it. To the base of the shoulder blades. We roll forward, sitting up tall. Inhale, round the spine. Base of the shoulder blades. Exhale, forward, flat back. Inhale, round. Exhale, up, last two. Inhale, round. It helps to look where you want to go, okay? Try to look between the knees throughout. Inhale. Keeping your spine aligned. A couple more. There we go. Flat back. Last time. Exhale up to seated. Legs together. Bend the knees. Okay. Let's scoot back. Sitting up tall here. Let's interlace our fingers behind our head. Now separate your feet about shoulder width distance. Okay. Keep your shoulder blades back and down. Let's rotate our upper body. Let's go to the left here, okay? Now, tilt the spine. Try to meet your right elbow to the right knee there. Now, pull in with your trunk. Stack the body back up and return. Now, rotate to your right. Okay, now it's a tilt. Left elbow, maintaining that rotation. Left elbow, left knee. Pull in with your obliques. Stack back up and return. Let's rotate to our left. Again, tilting the spine. So it's not opposite elbow, it's same side elbow. Okay, right elbow, right knee. Okay, so come on up. So a little tricky. Rotate, start with the rotation. Okay, so think of your left elbow lining up with your left knee here, okay? And then tilt the spine in that direction. It's a little confusing. Okay, we're not going to the opposite knee now. Pull in with your obliques to stack up. You go to the left, okay? Okay, now think of your right elbow lining up with your right knee. We get that bent and then pull in with your trunk still facing that direction. Okay, let's go one more. Keep the hips still in space. We'll do one more of each. Keep the legs still. Those sit bones don't shift. As you tilt to the right, keep that left hip in contact with the floor throughout. Okay, one more. To the right, keep that right sit bone in contact with the floor. We stack back up. Now return to center. Let's take our hands in line with our shoulders, sitting up tall. We inhale. Exhale to bring the hands down. Okay, we fold the spine forward, reaching those hands past the feet if possible. We breathe in. Exhale, pulling in with our trunk muscles. Let's stack the body back upright. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Rounding, rolling, reaching the hands forward. It's a deep breath. Exhale. Pulling in with our abs, slowly stacking the body back up. Couple more. Try to sit up tall after each repetition. Exhaling, we round. We roll, reaching the hands past the heels, breathing in. Exhale. Stacking up. Keep those abs in. Okay, last time. Rounding and rolling. Rolling forward, the hands past the heels. We breathe in. And exhale. We stack the body up. Now hold here. Point the feet. Bring the legs together. We inhale. Let's exhale to roll the spine back. So we'll do a few roll-ups here. Rolling each piece of the spine into the mat. Taking the arms overhead. Inhale, the hands come up. Head, neck, and chest lifts. We exhale up to seated, keeping that curvature. Okay, we stay round. It's an inhale. Exhale. Rolling the body back. Working each piece of the spine into the mat. Arms overhead. Inhale, the hands come up. Head, neck, and chest lifts, abs pull in, folding the spine forward, okay? Inhale, exhale. You can modify if you'd like. You can grab your legs as an assist if necessary. Inhale, hands come up, rounding the spine into the floor. Once again, I'm going to scoot forward. Inhale, 2 more. Exhaling, rounding and rolling back. Inhale, the hands come up, head, neck, and chest lifts. Exhaling up to seated. 1 more full roll up. Inhale, exhale, rolling back, rolling back. Last time, the hands come up. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Exhale to seated. Now sit up tall, flex your feet, interlacing your fingers in front of your sternum here. Just a little bit of upper back work before we get into some upper body side lying type work. And then pull with the right arm, resist with the left. Okay, warming up that upper back, the shoulder blades. Keep the chest open, sitting up tall. Trunk muscles remain active. Okay, so it's a pulling in both directions with those arms. All right, no rotation in the spine. Keep the abs in, line the hands up with that opposite shoulder. Okay, pulling in either direction. Okay, good, good. Couple more. Starting to feel some activation, some strength in those shoulder blades. In that upper back, pull and resist. We go 1 more to the left, 1 more to the right. Now we hold in center, make a fist with your right hand, clasp that fist with the left. Now push and resist with the right arm, left. Now push and resist, left arm right. So working the opposing muscle groups here, pushing, okay? Keeping the trunk active, keeping the body stable and still. You can switch the grip, keeping things even. Push and resist. Push and resist. Abs stay in. Spine aligned. 1 more to the left. 1 more to the right. Back to center and relax down. Just an easy low back stretch here before we get into some rollovers today. So lying on our back in just a moment, stretching out the low spine. Okay, let's all roll down onto our backs here with our hands by our sides. Okay. Lift the right leg tabletop, okay? Pull in with those trunk muscles, left leg to match. Both legs tabletop, hands by our sides. Now we inhale, extending the legs out a bit, stack the feet up over the hips. Exhale, the legs up and over, okay, into our rollover. Now, if you can, inhale, flex, separate the feet, take the feet to the floor, rolling the spine down slowly, 1 piece at a time. Point the feet, circle the legs back together. It's an inhale, feet together, exhaling, the legs up and over. Inhale, flex, separate. Again, hinging up the hip joints now, feet to the floor. We exhale to roll the spine down, pointing your feet, legs together. A couple more. Inhale, exhaling, up and over. Inhale, flex, separate. We hinge at the hip joints, feet to the floor. We exhale to roll down, pointing the feet. Last time, inhale. Exhaling up and over. We're tall in our spine. Inhale, flex, separate, hinge, feet to the floor if you can. Exhale to roll through, pointing the feet, hugging your knees towards your chest here. You round the spine into the floor, rocking side to side, okay? can make some circles with your ankles a little bit as well, getting those joints to loosen up a bit here. All right. So let's take our feet to the floor one at a time, and let's lie on our left side. Okay. So on our left side here, I like resting my head on my left arm here. All right. Let's check in with our alignment. All right. We got some space between our left underside and the floor. Okay. Hips are stacked. Hips aren't hiked. They're neutral. And our heels are in line with our tailbone. Now keep that position. Let's lift that right knee up. So we'll start with a few glute clams here, and we're going to progress our clams today. All right. Into some side kicks today, something we haven't done in a while. So lifting that right knee up, okay? Really focus on the trunk being active, stabilizing the pelvis. The thigh lifts up using that right glute. One more. The thigh lifts, the thigh lifts. One more time. We lift the thigh, we lift the thigh. And then we return. Now pull the knees up, line the knees up with your hips. Drawing in with the trunk, let's lift that right knee up, and then we return. We lift again. Okay, so we get a little more range of motion. We get some glute activation, a little bit more of that. One more. Okay, now let's straighten the legs out long. Come on up onto your left elbow here, okay? And what we'll do here is we'll bend, this is a tricky position. Bend that left elbow so the fingertips are just behind the head slightly, okay? So we have to check in with that left shoulder blade, right hand to match. Let's lift the left leg up. So stable on that left elbow. Point that right foot, take the leg back, point it, flex the foot, take it forward. Point to reach back. The chest will rotate slightly forward as the leg goes back. The chest will rotate slightly back as the foot travels forward. So it's this little slight, what's the word I'm looking for? Keep going. It's not a compensation that we're doing. We rock the body forward, slightly rock the body back, stable, a lot of stability. It's an adaptation. That's what it is. That left shoulder stays still. We rock slightly forward and back. But of course, we're strengthening our hips and shoulders nonetheless. Last one. Bring the leg back, set it back to the feet. Come on up. Let's sit up tall in this figure 4 alignment here. Okay. Let's take that left arm overhead and let's tilt our spine now. Let's go to our right. Okay, so we tilt to the right. It's that left side that stretches here. Okay, and then you can rotate your upper body to that right leg there. So you can deepen that whole left side stretch. Okay. And let's stack the body back up. So we're seated upright here again. Now let's rotate our upper body. Let's go to the left here, okay? Go to the left and we'll push our fingertips into the floor for this twist with extension. So rotating to the left, I want you to push with your hands into the floor, but then lift your chest up towards the sky a bit, okay? Get a little extension with rotation, okay? And then return back to center, but now with your left hand, let's rotate the palm, pointing the fingers behind you here, okay? Now keep this lower body alignment. Let's take the right hand in front of us. Let's pike our hips forward and up. Our eye gaze goes down to that left hand, and we can get a deep stretch in the front of that right hip, okay? Stretching that right hip flexor. And then we lower down to the mat, everyone. Okay, and we'll switch sides here. So we'll lie on our right side. Head will rest on our right arm here. The knees will be bent heels in line with our tailbone once again. So let's find our neutral alignment, okay? Abs stay in, let's lift that left knee up, okay? And then we'll return. We'll lift the knee up. Keep the abs in, pelvis still, the body stays stacked. The thigh lifts, we get that rotation at the hip joint here, okay? So working this left glute now, might be a little tired already. It was working in the previous set, okay? We'll do a couple more. Once more, the thigh lifts. Okay, knees together. Let's pull the knees in line with our hips. Keep the pelvis still. Let's lift that whole left thigh up. Now, when we lift this leg up, it's important that we don't lead with the foot. Okay, lead with the knee. So don't turn the hip in. Let's keep it more of a neutral position here. Okay, we lower down. So Tanya, maybe lift your right knee up a little bit more than the foot. Yes, better. So see how your hip turns in like that? That's it. There we go. We want to keep that more neutral position in our hip. Better. It's going to get that left glute. 2 more. Lift. And down. Last time. We lift. We lift. We lift. And then knees together. Now, straighten the legs long. Come on up to that right elbow. All right. And the feet are actually slightly forward of our body. Okay. So on our right elbow here, the fingertips of the right hand go behind the head slightly. Left hand to match. Pelvis is stable. Abs are working. We take the left leg back. We flex the foot. We take it forward. Point, reach back. Flex it forward. Keep the trunk stable and still. It's a balance challenge. All right. Rocking back and forth slightly in the upper body. Taking the thigh back. Taking the thigh forward. We point to reach back. Flex to take it forward again. Back and forth. Last time forward. One more time back. Bring that leg back down, set it to the floor. Let's find our upright figure 4 posture, okay? So we're upright here. Let's take the right arm overhead. This time we tilt the body to our left and we stretch the whole right side out, okay? From there, rotate your upper body to that left leg. Stretching that whole right side out. Breathing in, breathing out, okay. Opening through there, and we'll stack back up, we'll return, okay, building the body up. Now from here, from our upright posture, let's rotate our upper body to the right. Okay, so we twist to the right, we'll put our fingertips into the floor, okay, and we'll lift our chest up, okay. So we keep the abs in, keep the lower body stable and still. Getting that chest to lift. Breathing here, getting that upper back to activate. Okay, we get that extension in the spine. Okay, getting that twist, getting that twist. And then we'll return. Now we take that right hand, we'll place the heel of the hand on the mat, fingers spread behind you there. Left hand out in front. We'll pike the hips forward and up. Okay, this time a stretch on more of the left side hip. You'll feel that left hip flexor stretch. Your eye gaze goes to our right hand. Opening that whole left side. And then we lower back down. Now, let's get into some prone work here. Back extension. Let's make our way onto our stomach, okay? So warming up the upper back, let's bring our hands below our shoulders here and our feet about hip width distance apart, okay? Face just up off the mat. The sternum is heavy to the floor, all right? Pulling in with your abs, let's get some length in the low back. Inhale, The head, neck, and chest lengthens forward and up. We get that upper back to activate. Exhale to lower down, okay? Again, inhale, lengthening, keeping the shoulder blades back. Abs are in, activating that upper spine. And we lower down, exhale, inhale. All in our upper back, in our spine here, working, getting some strength there. Okay, now one more. We lift up. Okay, now stay lifted, float your hands up off the mat and reach the arms out to a T. Okay, T position here. Can you rotate the palms to face forward? Okay, so we get some external rotation here. Okay, thumbs pointed towards the sky. Let's lower the hands to the mat, to the ground. Exhale, lift back out to the T. Okay, tall in your spine. You can bring your legs together to help get a little more inner thigh trunk activation. We lower the hands down and back out to a T. Abs are in. We lift and lower. A couple more. Lift and lower. Once more. Lift, 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 lift. Now bend the elbows. Okay, fingertips below your forehead. Different challenge today. Can you rotate your spine to the left? Return. Rotate your spine to the right. So you'll feel some more work in that right side. Abs stay in. Rotate the upper body to the left. So the elbows or forearms, the angle changes. We're no longer level. Once again, our abs are still active. We go one more to the right. Finishing to the left. Rotate back and then just keep the fingers interlaced below your forehead. Lie all the way down. Bend your knees and take your feet side to side. Okay. You can get some traction in the pelvis, some rotation in the hip joint here. Okay. Feeling a little bit of a stretch there. Okay. And elbows into the mat. Let's push our elbows into the floor. Let's take our hips back towards our heels. Stretch those arms overhead. So those arms stay long. You can bring your hands together. I like to bend my elbows, taking my hands behind my head here. I can get a deep stretch underneath my arms. Feel it in the armpits here. Getting a big stretch. Okay. Coming back up, let's go hands and knees. Okay. Spread your fingers wide below your shoulders. Take your knees about shoulder width distance apart here. Now, keep the spine neutral. Take the hips backwards slightly so that the knees line up with your navel. But if you were to draw a line from your navel all the way to the floor, it would line up with your knees, okay? Now, pressing the shoulder blades wide, toes are curled under. Let's float the knees up off the mat. Hold, 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 okay? Knees are just an inch up off the floor. Keep the head, neck, and chest aligned. Tall in our posture. Hold, hold, hold. Loading those shoulder blades. Loading the hips. You'll feel those quads activate. Okay, holding, holding, and relax. Okay, take a breather. All right, one more time. Press the shoulder blades wide. Just hover the knees up off the mat. Hold, hold, hold. Lots of abdominals. Okay, keeping the body stable and still. And relax down. Let's walk the hands forward a little bit. Take your right knee, line it up with your right hand here. Pivot around that right hip there. So the left or right heel lines up with your left hip. We'll sink our hips back for a good stretch here. Okay. Keeping the upper back active. We can start upright and then gradually folding over that hip. You can make your way down to your elbows. All right. You can fold a little deeper, forehead on those forearms. Stretching through that right glute a little bit. Breathing in and out. And let's come on up. Okay, come on up to your hands. We'll switch. Let's bring the left knee forward, pivot around that hip. Take your hips back. Okay, folding over that thigh. Once again, you can come on down to your elbows, forehead to the forearms. Exploring that left glute a bit. Breathing in and out. All right. And then we'll come on up. We'll curl the toes under. Let's bump our hips up. Let's find our Pilates up stretch here. Head weight resting between our elbows, reaching our heels into the mat. Let's walk our feet forward. Let's find our forward fold. Grabbing our elbows, just letting your head relax between those arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, working your heels into the mat. Let's slowly round. We'll roll the spine all the way back up to standing here. Okay. Standing here, you can close your eyes for a moment. Let's see a few shoulder circles. Okay. Giving a little range of motion here. And you can reverse. And we'll finish there for the morning, everybody. All right. Thanks for joining.